Have you ever felt like you're just not good enough? Like no matter what you do, nothing seems to work out? No matter how hard you try, you never seem to be enough. You feel like you're running in circles. You've given everything, yet you keep hitting walls. You look around and it seems like everyone else has figured it out. Except you. You try, you fail. You try again, and you fail again. The world moves forward, but you feel stuck, like you're drowning in your own mediocrity. Maybe you've been chasing a dream for years, but nothing seems to click. Maybe you've started a business, a YouTube channel, a skill, or a relationship, only to watch it crumble. Maybe you look around and see others succeeding while you're left questioning, why not me? It's painful, isn't it? With all the degrees, masters, certifications, and accolades, you have applied to jobs, had no positive response, and done interviews that didn't turn out well. You start to wonder, what's wrong with me? Why does everything I touch fail? Am I just not meant for success? You've tried, you've pushed yourself, worked hard, prayed, cried, stayed up at night hoping things would change. But nothing happens. And now you're exhausted, mentally, emotionally, spiritually drained. You look in the mirror and all you see is a person who isn't enough. I see you. I know what you're feeling. The frustration, the anger, the sadness. You've given your best, but life keeps slamming doors in your face. Every rejection feels like a confirmation of your worst fears, that you are not good enough. You cry at night, don't you, when no one's watching? You hold it all in during the day, pretending to be fine, but the truth is you feel lost. You wonder if you'll ever be great at anything. First, let me tell you something. You are not alone. Let me tell you about some people who felt like failures, but didn't stop. Every successful person you admire has felt this way at some point. They've doubted themselves, struggled, and questioned if they were meant for greatness. J.K. Rowling, the woman who turned rejection into magic. J.K. Rowling was a broke, single mother, struggling with depression and barely able to afford food. She wrote Harry Potter in coffee shops because she couldn't afford heating in her apartment. She was rejected by 12 different publishers. They told her the book wouldn't sell, that it was too long, too different. But she didn't stop believing in her story. Finally, a small publisher took a chance on her, only printing 500 copies. They even told her to get a day job because writing wouldn't pay her bills. But Rowling didn't need thousands of publishers to believe in her. She only needed one. And today, Harry Potter is a global phenomenon, proving that rejection is just a test of how badly you want something. If she had given up after the first, second, or even 12th rejection, the world would have never known the magic she created. And just like her, your success could be just one more try away. Michael Jordan, the legend who was once told he wasn't good enough. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He locked himself in his room and cried, but instead of giving up, he used that rejection as fuel to train harder. He missed over 9,000 shots in his career, lost almost 300 games, and failed to make the game-winning shot 26 times. But he didn't let failure define him. He let it drive him. Michael Jordan once said, "I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Because success isn't about never failing, it's about never quitting. If he had given up after that first rejection, the world would have never known one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And just like him, your failures don't define you. Your persistence does. Oprah Winfrey. From rejection to global inspiration. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first television job because they told her she wasn't fit for TV. Imagine that. The woman who would one day become one of the most powerful voices in media was once told she didn't belong. She grew up in poverty, faced countless hardships, and was told no more times than she could count. But she refused to let her past define her future. When she launched her own talk show, people doubted her, but she stayed true to herself. and the Oprah Winfrey Show became one of the most successful TV programs in history. Today, Oprah is a billionaire, a media mogul, and a global icon. But none of it would have happened if she had believed the people who doubted her. And just like her, you have the power to rise above rejection and create your own success. Elon Musk was ridiculed for his ideas about electric cars and space travel. The world knows him as a billionaire, a genius, a visionary. But there was a time when Elon Musk was on the verge of losing everything. Elon Musk didn't come from wealth. He was bullied as a child, moved to the US with almost nothing, and started from the bottom. When he co-founded PayPal, he was pushed out of his own company. Did he quit? No. He took the money he made and bet it all on Tesla and SpaceX. And guess what? Both of them failed. Again and again. Tesla was on the brink of bankruptcy. SpaceX's first 3 rocket launches exploded. Investors lost faith. The media called him crazy. He had to borrow money just to survive, and he made it. Walt Disney, the man who turned rejection into a dream. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no good ideas. Imagine that. The man who created some of the most beloved stories in history was told he wasn't creative enough. His first animation company went bankrupt. He was rejected over 300 times while trying to secure funding for Disneyland. Banks told him his idea of a theme park was too risky and would never work. But he didn't listen. He kept dreaming, kept pushing forward. And today, Disney is a global empire, inspiring millions of people across generations. If Walt Disney had given up after his failures, there would be no Mickey Mouse, no Disney World, no magic for children and adults alike. And just like him, you have a dream inside you. Don't let rejection stop you from making it a reality. Albert Einstein, the genius who was once considered a failure. Albert Einstein didn't speak fluently until he was 9. His teachers thought he wouldn't amount to anything, but his mind changed the world of science forever. He was even expelled from school because they believed he was too slow to learn. Later, he applied to the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School and failed the entrance exam. But he didn't stop. He kept learning, kept questioning, and eventually developed the theory of relativity, one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in human history. Imagine if he had believed what others said about him. The world would have never known his genius. And just like him, you have something great inside you too. Don't let temporary setbacks define your future. What if they had stopped? What if they had believed they weren't good enough? The world would have never known their greatness. And guess what? The same is true for you. Do you know what separates them from those who gave up? They refuse to let failure define them. Now I want you to take a deep breath. Look at where you are, but don't stay there. Here's what you need to understand. Failure is not a stop sign. It is a stepping stone. Every great person has faced moments where they wanted to quit. The difference? They didn't. Now, my good friend, please take these advice. Reframe failure. Every failure is a lesson. Instead of saying, I failed, say, I learned. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your journey is yours alone. Don't rush your growth by measuring it against someone else's timeline. Focus on small wins. You don't need to be great overnight. Just focus on being 1% better every day. Surround yourself with positivity. The people you listen to shape your mindset. Choose people who believe in you. Keep showing up. Your success is waiting for you on the other side of consistency. Let's talk about the lies you've been telling yourself. 1. I'm not talented enough. False. 2. Talent grows through effort and persistence. 3. I failed too many times. False. 4. Every failure is a lesson that brings you closer to success. I'll never be successful. False. Success isn't luck, it's a decision. You might feel average now, But being extraordinary doesn't start with magic. It starts with a choice to keep pushing forward even when life beats you down. Ask yourself, what if success isn't what you think it is? We often define success as money, fame, recognition, but real success is growth, resilience, and progress. Success is learning from failures instead of giving up. Success is showing up every single day, even when no one is watching. Success is being 1% better today than you were yesterday. The moment you shift your mindset, everything changes. If you truly want to change your life, here's what you need to do. 1. Start where you are. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start with what you have, even if it's small. 2. Develop an unshakable mindset. Your mind is your biggest asset. Fill it with positivity, knowledge, and resilience. Read books. Listen to motivational speakers. Surround yourself with winners. 3. Fail faster. Learn quicker. The more you fail, the faster you grow. Each setback is a stepping stone, not a tombstone. 4. Keep moving forward, no matter what. There will be days of doubt, pain, and frustration. Keep going anyway, don't give up. Your future self is begging you not to quit. You were not born to be mediocre. You were not born to just exist. You were born to make an impact, to shine, to become the best version of yourself. It may take time. It may take sweat and tears. But if you refuse to quit, the day will come when you look back and say, I made it. You are not a failure. You are not a mistake. You are a work in progress, and your story is far from over. The pain you're feeling now, it will be the reason you inspire others one day. So get up. Keep going, even if it's slow, even if it's painful, even if no one believes in you yet. Because one day they will, but more importantly, one day you will believe in you. Your time is coming. Keep pushing, keep believing, and never forget, you are enough. So today, right now, make a decision. Will you keep doubting yourself, or will you rise and fight for your dreams? Because the truth is, you are more powerful than you think. Your story isn't over yet. All that I have said to you today, I have practiced them, and they worked for me. I was once in your position, and with the grace of God, I came out of it. I want you to make it. I want you to stand upright and out. I am with you. I want to see you succeed. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more inspiration. Your journey starts now.